are sharing the love of God through our clothing and share His word with everyone. Everyone. We are approved by I am, and we testify that His love is so amazing, amazing. So let your light shine, let your light shine, and the beauty of His glory everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. So let your light shine, let your light shine. And know that you are approved by I am, I am, I am. So
Hey, my loves, praise the Lord, because He's worthy of our praise. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? I pray you're having a blessed day, trusting God, going forth and doing all things that He called you to do. Thank you for joining me today on Glorifying God Through Business. And we have the one and only Jen Funny. Jen Funny. Let's bring her on. Yes. Hey, Jen. I can't hear you.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey. Okay, now I can hear you, girl.
You look phenomenal.
Thank you, boo. Thank you.
Yeah.
You too. How you doing today?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Girl, you better say that. Say that. Sure, people be acting like they don't know that, but we are. So
Yeah.
introduce yourself. Introduce yourself to the people.
Everybody know me as Jen. I'm the famous, unfamous person. You know me from somewhere, you just don't know where. It might be on Amazon Prime and my movie, Y'all Not Laughing Yet, or my little movie on Tubi, Comic Creed.
Okay.
I'm Jen. I'm a stand-up comedian, host. I act. I do everything I just done, improv. I also have a podcast on Red Line Radio, LLC, on Saturdays, Comedies and Cocktails with Jen, which I just started back in May. So, like I said, I am blessed and highly favored.
Yes. And I've been blessed to know you a long time.
Right. Like, maybe teenage years. So it's been a bit. I ain't gonna tell my age, but it's been over a decade or more.
Hey, baby, I'm gonna tell my age because I'm happy to be in that 40 club.
I know that's right. I know that's right. We doing it. We be doing it better than these little young chicks. For real, for real.
Better let it be known, sister. I'm so excited to have you on here. And I am more prepared than I've been prepared for any other one because I listened to that conversation. That conversation me and you had on the phone, I was taking heed. I was honing in and I was pulling. I say, let me give Jen what she deserves, what she's worthy of, the position that God had placed her in. So I'm just so honored and humbled that you came on today.
No, I'm so glad that you had me. And that conversation, sometimes you got to speak life into other people so you can hear it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is going through something. Something is going on. It's life. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for all of us. It's just how resilient you are and how you keep moving and, just doing your 1-2 and stepping in your faith. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a good foundation, a good belief.
And that's what I stand on all the time. So we introduce you, Jen. So we introduce you, but we want to know a little bit more about you before we get into your gifts, just because at the end of the day, you a woman of God, you a child of God, and we want to know a little bit about you. Tell us something about you that most people don't know about you, not the comedian, all that, something that a person be like, wow, that's something, but not nothing that'll give people nothing bad to say, but something that inspires somebody like, wow, I didn't know that, like something about Jen.
I think, okay, a lot of people didn't know this. I was homeless part of 2020.
Okay.
And as I was homeless, I was actually hosting a room on Richmond and Emory, Sequoia. Yeah. And nobody ever knew. Yeah. Just come, show up, and just, keep doing my 1-2.
Ginger, you know, that is so crazy because I went through the same thing in 2020. Like, I didn't get my spot. Where I stay at now is when I got my spot in July. Like, from June where I was at, they put me out, and then I got in July. And during that little time, it was so crazy because when you stand with somebody, it's like you on pins and needles because it's like, oh
who is
my
you
God,
calling?
I better not say the wrong thing. I better not breathe too heavy. I better not move the wrong way. It got to be in so much nitpicking. I'm like, oh my God, like, Lord, I ain't never cried and prayed and fasted as much as I did during that time because you know, you was already scared because COVID was happening.
Right.
And
everything was shut down and moving slow.
Yes, and then everything was just like, oh my God, like what is going on? But that's a great experience to show that God really had his hand over your life and you was able to still walk into purpose. And that's such an amazing thing. Like a lot of people, when they going through hard times, they want to give up, but that's the time that God is really showing you his hand and showing you that he in your life, that he had never leave you nor forsake you when you going through the hard times. And people don't understand that. People like to give up. So that is so powerful that you said that. And so what type of pointers would you like to give to people if they just going through, like, it might be some people right now that's walking in purpose, that have a journey and they going through the homelessness or they going through something where it seems like they back against the wall. What could you say to them to just push them to keep going?
I'm big on affirmations.
Okay.
So I don't care where anybody at in their life, they're gonna have a phone.
Yeah, that's
people
true.
Keep that device on them. Look at some of these TD Jakes and these ETs, Eric Thomas, these Will Smiths, these Steve Harveys, these people that get these little inspirational things that just have to keep you going. You have to keep focused and you got to keep blinders on. The biggest thing that I think about, especially if I get like depressed or in a depressed state or just getting down on myself, like, damn, that show could have been better. I could have did this. I shouldn't have reacted like this. I should have did that. I just think like, Jesus Christ had to carry a cross, his own cross that he had to hang on. I never went through nothing like that in my life. So if he could die for my sins and not even complain about it and knew about it for a long time before he knew he had to do it, then I could go whatever I'm going through, it's gonna pass. This too shall pass.
It too shall pass. And that's such a thing.
And that's just what keep me going. I used to read Charles Swindoll Attitude every morning. And it's just to let me know that don't let anyone else take you out of your character.
Yeah.
Only you can choose what affects you.
Yes.
And how you perceive and how other people remember how you make them feel.
Yeah.
If you make a person feel shitty, I'm sorry. If you make a person feel crappy, every time they see you, they just gonna think of that time that you know what I'm saying? You were unkind or you were rude. Just think about when you go out to eat and you get bad service or the food is nasty. You'll never go back there. That's what you remember. That's what sticks in your head. No matter how many times it was good, you'll probably remember that one bad time.
I tell people that all the time, especially with me being a business. I be like, people will give you a bad review quicker than they'll give you a good review. It's just like that bad taste in a person's mouth. They be quick to tell people that, but in a way it's a good way, but in a way it's not. But that's just life in general. Life in general. So we just have to. That is true because I know some people that impacted me with just one opportunity of being in their presence, and that their life will always have an impact on me. Maybe a conversation, maybe a smile that they gave me, maybe a hug, or it might have been the right time. So that is an amazing thing. So we know that you are a comedian. What got you started? What was the thing? Was you just a jokester when you was younger, or did you just decide one day? People was like, you just so funny, because I got a young guy. at this job I was at. His name is Abel. He is so funny. I've been trying to get him to come up here. I'm still trying to convince him because he just naturally funny. Now I don't know if he's gonna be good at
it. To just come up and
he just
keep out the
atmosphere. Laugh at everything. He's just so funny to me.
Yeah. Well, you should tell him, just come look at the atmosphere. You don't have to perform or nothing. Just come and hang out. I mean, it's free. It's a good time. He'll meet a lot of comedians. Yeah. And he can just keep coming on the scene and he'll get more comfortable. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what all it's about. A lot of people think it's more about being funny and having jokes. To me, it's more about stage presence.
Yes.
It's about knowing your crowd.
Okay.
Anybody can be funny. We're all funny.
Yeah.
But everybody can't stand in front of a room full of people they don't know and tell a joke and be comfortable with themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was off the topic. You asked me how I got into comedy. Actually, I knew when I was younger, I wanted to entertain. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I know I couldn't sing a lick. So I wasn't about to be no Whitney Houston. Yeah. But which really led me to comedy was depression.
Oh, wow.
I was living here in Cleveland on my own. I think I had just lost my job. I was depressed. One of my best friends was like, come to Pittsburgh, come live with me. I'll get you a job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And just see how you feel. And I was like, okay, cool. We were sitting around talking, and one of her brother's friends was like, you are so funny. Mm-hmm. You ever thought about doing stand-up? And I was like, yeah. And he gave me a number to a guy, and I've been pretty much doing it ever since. And to be honest, the guy from Pittsburgh, his name is Stefan Braxton, is an Emmy-winning podcaster. So shout out to Stefan Braxton. And he always keep me putting on shows and stuff. He's amazing.
That is amazing that you, during a bad time in your life, God open up the gateway for you to walk into purpose, and that just give people a word of encouragement to know that no matter what you're going through, God will reveal himself. And sometimes it's when we in our lowest place where God reveal himself, because it's nothing else you longing for but change. You longing for that help. You crying out, you in that desperate state, like, I know it's something more inside of me. I know it's something more that God got for me. And God sent that man to be a blessing, to speak into existence what you was already wanting to do anyway. And it just put you into that place. So I'm not glad that you experienced depression, but I'm glad that opened up an opportunity for you to move, because there's so many people that deal with depression, because I have dealt with depression before. And anytime I deal with it, I like to do poetry. I like to do poetry because it's like a release of my emotions. Like, I like to release my emotions. Like, I don't like to write it down. I just like to release what is on my heart, because that is the pureness of where I am right then and there. So I can really feel the effects, because words, and when you dealing with depression, and the words that you say and the way that you express and release what you going through is like a tension release off of your body. Absolutely. I know that's what it do for me. It's like a weight is gone off of me, and it's such an amazing feeling. It's such an amazing feeling. That's such an amazing feeling.
To me, it's almost like a high you can never get.
Yeah.
Because every time I step on stage, you never know what the reaction is going to be, or you never know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And I think it's the suspense of that.
Yeah.
And like, I love networking. I love meeting people. So meeting new people who haven't seen you before and have their take on what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what they thought about you were saying. So, I mean, I just love what I do. I never take anything for granted.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been majority of a loner my life, because I was the only child. Mm-hmm. So I had to learn to really start loving myself in a different type of way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That there's going to be criticism no matter what you do.
Yeah.
But nobody is walking your walk but you.
True.
So they can tell you whatever they can, but if they're not doing it, they don't know. They just know what they like and what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to make it so that you feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
And
That's
I just, I mean, I I can't say that I can't be more happier, but I'm happy. I'm happy in the fact that I know I'm going somewhere.
yeah.
It's not about where I'm at right now. It's where I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy in that. And knowing that I'm setting myself up for that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I tell people all the time, I'd rather fail than lose. You can't get a loss back.
Yeah.
Failure you can regain.
Yes.
And it teaches you lessons too.
Yes,
You
it
know
does.
what not to do again.
Yes.
See, that's the thing. People are so afraid to fail that they
Yeah.
don't want to try.
Yeah.
I'd rather try and fail than not know what would have happened.
That's true. That is true. Girl, you be having that power in you. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. So that is so amazing. It's so amazing to know your strength and your wisdom that you're able to pour out. So we know tonight is you actually hosting tonight at Sam's
Yes.
Cook.
I'll be at Silks. It starts at 9 o'clock. I usually get there pretty early, to
Yeah.
get the sign up going on. Sam is so dope.
Mhm.
It was such an honor for
Yeah.
him to say, like, I've been watching you. I love your grind. I've
Yeah.
been waiting for something that I wanted to put you on and put you in.
Yes.
So, just to know that people see your worth
Yeah.
and see what you're working towards.
Yes.
And a big thing is with me, I try to keep a positive attitude.
Mhm.
Even though sometimes, I might throw some shots,
Hey.
but it's all in good fun. You know what I mean? And I always want people to feel good when they're around me and have a good time because
Yeah,
life is too short.
it is.
I had got into a car accident last year,
Oh, I'm glad.
and um, luckily I was spared because my car wasn't like it was total to the. I shouldn't have made it, but he seen me through,
God. Glory to God. Thank you,
and
Lord.
so it seemed like ever since then, and I'm still rehabbing, and people don't know that.
Yeah.
People think that I'm okay and I'm just fine. No, I was stuck in between the steering wheel and the seat. I'm already short, so I'm close as
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, they had to cut me out with the jaws of life. But
Wow.
the thing is that people don't understand that my back
Yeah.
hurts. So it's hard for me to stand long periods of time sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I might fall out. But you persevere. Because
Yes.
I never thought I was going to walk again. The first couple of days, I couldn't feel my legs. And I'm like, oh my God, what if I never walk again? You know what I mean? And then it went from not being able to walk to being in a walker.
Yeah.
From being in a walker to having a cane.
Yeah.
And shout out to my best friend. She helped me out.
Thank
She
you, best
blinged my cane out. I
Yeah.
call her Lucille. And
Yeah.
she got a little light on her. She shined up. I should have brought her. I
Yeah.
keep her in the car in case I need
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
But I went from a cane, and from the cane, I said, look, I'm going to just push myself to just walk straight up now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's been a journey, and it's been such a blessing. It has humbled me in so many ways,
Yeah.
because we all have temptations. We all have, and I have a habit of doing stuff in excess
Yeah.
and overdoing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it taught me to sit down. Sit
Yeah.
down, girl. You ain't got to go out all the time. You
Yeah.
ain't always got to be out. Sit down.
Mhm.
Have several seats.
And
So, yeah.
wow, Jen. Wow, Jen, you have been through a lot and you still keep going. And that's just with all that you just said, it just makes a lot of sense. You know how you hear people say all the time, like, what you see on Facebook and Instagram is really not what people going through. You see all the things people seeing you posting, doing all the events and stuff. Never know that you've been through all this, you know. And I never even knew. And your godmother is my auntie. So and that's the crazy part. It never got through the family. It's like to know that you've been through all this and just to see all the things I've been watching you do. And what really stuck out with what you just said is that when Sam Silk said he been watching you, that is such a powerful thing. Like we as just people that's walking in purpose, you always think ain't nobody paying attention, like this is in vain, like I'm going hard and you're not really seeing the results, but people are really sitting back watching you to see if you're gonna be consistent and to see if they can invest themselves inside of you and inside of the vision that God gave you. And I thank him for investing himself in you and for you even saying that, because that just encouraged me, because sometimes I get a little down just because posting on social media and doing all that is a lot. Like it's a lot. Always trying to have something to say. Always have something to keep people drawn to it. But people are really watching, and more people are watching. That's not saying anything. It's not really about the response of the people. It's about the people.
You hit it on the head right there. Yeah. You hit it on the head, because you know how many people watching you, but they don't like you.
Yeah.
You know, on my stories and on my reels, I have about 300, 200 people, but I only have 2 likes.
Yeah. I always I notice when I do stories, I have a lot of views on my stories, but I never have it on my thing. But I see that people is really seeing it, so that make me,
because it says seen by.
It also shows me that people see the God in me, because I'm only talking about God and I'm talking about business now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people see what they see what God seen in me. And some people won't accept it or won't acknowledge it because they know the old me. And some people want to just hold on to the old me. You see, what I be trying to tell people is God knew I was a soldier then. You know what I'm saying? I was a soldier in the army of the Lord, but I was a soldier on the streets. If I could fight and do all different types for streets and people, why I can't do all this for God? You know what I'm saying? The person that created me, the one that loved me, the one that give me a purpose, the one that's really is protecting me. Because all them people that I protected and was down for, most of them is not around. And most of them might say, Crystal crazy, Crystal wild, Crystal did this. But I was the one you always came to. I was the one you always depended on, but God knew that I would always come to him, and if he got my mind right, that I'd be committed to what he called me to do. And that's such an honor, and I'm so thankful for that. And I'm thankful for your testimony. You are so powerful. So what other things do you have going on?
Okay, but what, God's still working on me. I'm still a heathen a little bit. Okay.
Listen, girl, I ain't all the way there.
We're trying to work it out. We're trying to work it out.
I'm trying to tell people I ain't perfect. People be wanting to think because I be preaching and coming out the word. Look, listen, God was the only one that's perfect. He is still perfecting me. Y'all gotta realize this Crystal hug love, but it's also Crystal, it's also Pistol, it's also Crystal, it's all a mixture of all them names that I have had. It's a mixture of all of them, but the heart is pure, though. That's the thing about it.
That's what it is.
Has always been pure. It's just that the environment in my life and things that I grew up with made me react to the world. But my heart was always pure. It always had the pureness and genuineness in it. It's just that I reacted to a lot of other stuff, but. You know, God's still working on me.
I tell people all the time, just because my initials is JC don't make me Jesus Christ. Okay,
you better let them know. We're still his children, and don't play with us and don't mess with us, because God protects us.
Right, and I had to learn that too in life. Not take revenge. Stop taking revenge out on people, because karma do her thing. Just let it work.
It do. Do you know how much I have prayed for patience, and God been sending so much stuff on me that I wanted to react and do stuff. And I have realized as me growing, that a lot of people know me and know who I used to be, or a lot of people have heard me tell my testimony who I used to be. And the first thing they want to do is test me, especially because I talk about the Lord and I'm more out here open with it vocally. So people want to test and be like, she ain't no woman of God. I'm still who God called me to be. like God knew what it was. But see, now this is just God exposing who you are, and God is trying to show you what you need to work on. But you so focused on trying to expose me, but really you're exposing yourself for real, because I'm not perfect. God is perfecting me, but I have learned how to be silent. Girl, silence is my best friend now, because I used to be strong, but now I would just hit you with silence, and I would kill you and won't say nothing to you. I would walk past you, won't say nothing to you, because I be having to process my mind and make sure my heart stay pure, so I don't go to another place that I ain't supposed to go to.
You have to make sure your mental health is key. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I feel like nowadays people are so unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? That they just say anything out their mouth, and then you really have to. Look at the position you in, Jen.
Yeah. Yes.
Like you are really getting out here. No matter if people ride with you or not, they still know who you are.
Yes.
You done been in places where you done met a lot of people. I've had the guy from Cheers call me up the other day. You know what I'm saying? And just asking me questions. You can't react to everybody's stupidity. You got to know where you're trying to go. And I wish I could have talked to Will before he hit that stage.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's not about the principle, it's just where you are in life.
Yeah.
You bigger than that.
Yeah.
You bigger than that.
Yes.
You got to think about the future and all the stuff you can lose, which is having one reaction to something.
And you could just lose every single thing that you've been working for, that you've been praying for, that you've been crying for. See, what people don't understand is when you walking in purpose, it's many nights that you cry. It's many nights that you be praying and you being confused and you don't know what's going on. You ain't got the money to make stuff happen, but God always makes a way out of that. That's why I always ask God to give me such a discernment to where I know when things are going wrong, or if it's an evil spirit around me or someone that have ill intent towards me, that I'm able to walk away and shut them out, because I have a lot to lose. See, before I didn't have nothing to lose. That's why I was so quick to do this and because I didn't have nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
I always had people to fall back on, and I knew how to hustle and get it back. But see, now with God vision, it ain't about hustling and getting it back. See, that street mentality got to go away from you, because you can always get that back. But with God's will, you can't just hustle your way back into it. You have to stay in alignment with what He's doing, and that's why you got to have the mindset that He give you, and not allow certain things. When God show you stuff and show you different people, roll with what He's showing you and the things that He's showing you, and not let it get to you, and be able to walk away. Because I'm good. I'm the walk away queen. I will walk away from you.
Yeah. And the biggest quote.
Yes.
By my beautiful queen, Maya Angelou. When people show you who they are, believe them.
That's true.
Believe them.
Yeah.
I had to let go of a 20-year friendship because this girl just, whenever it came to guys, it was all about that guy. No matter what's going on with me, if I'm stranded or if I needed her, that dude always came first. And I was like, I can't. Sorry, my mom was calling me.
Hey, Judy.
But it was just like, you know what? I can't even do it. I can't even do it. I can't do it no more. Because now you putting me in predicaments, because you got two dudes going on, and then I got the line maneuver and all. I ain't into all that.
Yeah.
We too old for that. I'm too old for that. I ain't got time for that. Yeah, so I just had to let her go. And I was like, well, I'm not missing nothing, so I'm good.
God gonna send you more people that's gonna come into your life and all that, and God is opening so many doors for you. So as we talking about doors, what doors have God opened for you? What can we hear? What can we receive from Jen? What are you up to? What can people receive? How can people reach you and all that good stuff?
Well, my Instagram is JenFunny33. That's JenFunny 33.
Mm-hmm.
On Instagram.com. On TikTok is Jen Funny. I try to keep it simple.
Yeah.
JenFunny.
Yes.
And Facebook is my regular name, Jennifer Chandler,
Yeah.
JenniferChandler. And right now, my baby has been just building Sam Silks up because we started that in July. So it's
Okay.
fresh and it's new. We
Yeah.
have, I love promoting other talented people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have a Who's Got Talent every second and fourth Thursday. So I'll be there tonight. And
Yes.
how long is the podcast?
Huh?
How
We
long is it?
we gonna be ending soon because I know you got something to do.
Oh,
Who
no,
you
no,
want to
no.
tell?
That's cool. That's cool. I just wanted to know, because I want to, But I've been working on building that up. That's been my baby, and I couldn't find my flyer to my podcast, but Comedy and Cocktails with Jen. You can either look it up on my YouTube, which is also Jennifer Chandler,
Okay.
or you can go to Redline Radio LLC. That's REDLINERADIO. On Facebook.
All you gotta do is send
Um,
me all that information. I'm gonna put it in the
like the link.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the link and all
Mhm.
that in the description. It StreamYard just don't let me do it before that, and then
Okay.
it'll highlight it so people can just click on it, but it don't let me do it before that with the names and all
Okay.
that. So just send me all that and I'll put it on there. So as people come back and watch it, because most people
Mhm.
watch after the show. A lot of people,
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of people watching, they just don't click on it, so we can't tell they watching. So
Right.
we gonna after the show there. A lot of people will come back and watch it, and then they'll get all your information and know all that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I've been working on a podcast. Like, what I do is I make. You know how people have New Year's resolutions.
Uh-huh.
I have goals that I want to hit every quarter.
Yeah.
So every summer, every spring, every winter, every fall, I have 5 things that I want to accomplish. If I don't accomplish those things in that amount of time, I put it back on my bucket list to finish.
Okay.
Because the thing is, you got to finish what you start.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't want to be that I know a little bit about everything.
Yeah.
I want to know everything about what I know.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, um, one of the things that was on my bucket list, and it's been for about maybe a year and a half, 2 years, is having my own podcast.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know how to go about it, and being at the right place at the right time and just being me. I met an owner of a podcast at Redline Radio. Shout out to Dave.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, if you really want to do a podcast, just let me know. And I was like, yeah. And so I've been doing that since May 21st.
Okay.
And it's just dope. I have different artists. Like I said, I love showcasing other people.
Mhm.
We have to have a community
Yes.
where we support each other.
Yes. Yes.
Because somebody got to make it. It's too much talent out here.
It's too much. Too much. It's so many people with multiple skills, multiple gifts, and it's so much. That was one of the reasons why I did Glorify God through business, like because I want to help promote other small business, just people with gifts who's walking in purpose and give them a spotlight. So this just make my heart smile, just being able to interview and talk to people, because that's where my heart is too. We really have to come together, because Cleveland got so much talent here and we ain't coming together. And then you meet people, be like, you know this person. Why we not networking? Everybody is scared.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah,
and I hate that mentality of crabs in the barrel. No, it's not crabs in a barrel. You're supposed to be reaching your hand out and helping that next man or that next, everybody want to call me because the show coming up. Sorry. You should be grabbing your hand down to help the next and pull the other person up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of trying to stomp them and push them down. Because we all need to make it somewhere. You just don't understand how you could just build something so great if you got the best foundation.
That's true.
So I just showcase people, and then I grew up on Arsenio Hall and Oprah. So that was one of the things that got me wanting to be like a talk show host or
Mhm.
even thinking about doing a podcast. So I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, that's something I could do. Like I said, when I was younger, I know I wanted to entertain. I just didn't know in what way. I couldn't sing.
Mhm.
And singing was the thing, what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
all people do is sing. But I couldn't sing. So as I grew older, I seen other outlets, and that's how I kind of got into comedy, and then just want to interview people. Like Oprah was such a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Like seeing a black woman have her own show and talk about any and every topic to
Yeah.
me was like it was just like I can do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So on my podcast, I have different segments and I play games with my guests and we just talk and have a good time. We talk about mental health. We
Mhm.
talk about sexual abuse. We talk about comedy. We talk about music. I mean, anything under the sun.
You talk about everything, and that's good.
Everything.
And that's good.
Everything. And we have just such a good time.
Yes, that is so amazing. That is so amazing. I can't wait to come on there. I'm ready to come. I can't wait to come on there. I'm just so excited. Whew, Jesus, you said so much when you said you just want to start and finish it. That's what stood out to me because the two words God gave me this year was my truth and it is finished. Because I always was a starter and never a finisher. So when you said that to
Mm.
me, that just really spoke to my spirit. Like, yeah, God is showing me that I am finishing a lot of things. And one thing He showed me, like, is a lot of stuff that I have started and I wasn't ready to put it to it is finished. I was trying to continue
Mm.
to carry it when it was time to be finished with it. And that's something that God is teaching me how to know when to end certain things too, because certain things I be like, okay, my thought process or just how the world say stuff is accomplished when you reach a certain goal. But some stuff
Mm.
God is just showing me how to be obedient. Like, okay, I just want you to get this going and then
Right.
open up the door for somebody else and then finish, then get to the it is finished. So that was just something amazing. So I'm gonna be praying on that, girl. I'm about to look at my Bible and look up and put finish in there because I got this app to show you
Uh-huh.
type the word and then finish and then look at, because that's the thing out of this whole conversation that we had this whole time that we've been on here. Finish is what stood out to me. Like, it's some stuff that I probably need to get to it is finished, and I keep holding on to it because it's one thing I keep holding on to, and I'm like, I know it's the end of it, but I want to keep feeding it. But sometimes you got to
Mhm.
stop feeding stuff because it don't need to be fed no more. It need to be
Right.
dead. Some stuff don't need to be fed. It need to be
Uh-huh.
dead. Glory to God, my God. That was
And
my
then who's to say when you leave it alone it won't grow on its own into something else?
yes, that is
You
so
know what I
true.
mean?
That is so true. But girl, my God, I got a whole word from that. My sister, my sister, my sister.
Oh girl, I could talk for days. I
It is
just
finished. We about to get ready to wrap this up because I know you got stuff to do. So I just
Mhm.
want you to put out there if it's anything else that you want to let people know about you. Make sure you send me all the links and we're in this right now so you can go. I want y'all to go out there and support her with her event tonight is because this the fourth Thursday of the month.
Yeah, it's Who's Got Talents at Silks. It's free to get in. We have amazing talent. You can sit there, eat good, drink good, laugh. We have comedians. We have this dope rap artist tonight, Caesar Rio.
Uh-huh.
He is so like lyrical, like he just give me that old school Rakim, like KRS-One type vibe. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Um, we have some I think Simi is coming through tonight. But my November is like booked to capacity. I'll
Okay.
be at Red Walters out at Lakeshore November 4th.
Okay.
That's gonna be for Caesar Rio birthday. I'll be your host.
Okay.
November 20th, I'll be at the Black Shield. That's on a Sunday.
Okay.
I'm getting together a Halloween show. It's gonna be on East 1999.
Nice.
And then it's drink specials if you got a costume on.
Okay.
Um, but I'm always putting events together. Like I said, my two focuses right now is really doing Sam Silk and my podcast. So please, y'all, check out my podcast, Comedy and Cocktails with Jen Jen. I'm telling you, you will love it. We got some amazing guests. It was something else. I just forgot
the address. Which Sam Silk is you at? Because you know he got a lot of locations.
Oh yeah, we're at Silk on in Maple Heights and Southgate, next to Lovers Lane, next to the Home Depot. It's 21300 Libby Road.
Okay.
So if you look at the flyers down at the bottom, 21300 Libby Road. That's where I'm at tonight, y'all. Check out my podcast. It's airing on this Saturday at 8:30, Redline Radio LLC. I got my guests Will Hopkins and Cesar Rio. Thank you, Crystal, so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
I had such a blast.
Yes. I'm so happy you came on. Once we get off of here, I'm gonna let your flyer show a little bit more because it's not really showing just because our faces is on the screen.
Right.
I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna put yours up, put mine up for We Enter Rooms because y'all know that's happening November 12th.
Yes. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
And you're gonna be a comedian there. She's gonna host the performance part and she's gonna do a skit. She's gonna perform. She's gonna make y'all laugh. So make sure y'all come out. So she's gonna be there. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna
don't forget my movies. If you have Amazon Prime, it's Y'all Not Laughing Yet. Is Y apostrophe A.
I'm gonna go look at that now. How long is it? Because I'll be trying to be
Tubi and Tubi. Tubi, it's Common Creed. Everybody got Tubi. Tubi is free. Yeah. Common Creed on Tubi.
Amazon Prime too. So I don't need to be watching it. I need to watch it. So
yes, y'all. My face pop up as soon as you put it in.
Jen, I want you to send all this before you leave now because I know you about to be busy and you is hard to get up with. So I want to post all this in the post.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna try to redo my hair again, and then I'm gonna send it.
Girl, I didn't get no confidence out of that. I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna roll. Now listen, y'all heard me. I already know who I'm talking to. This lady is busy, so it might not get put up tonight. But I'm doing my part. You just gotta send it to me, and
okay. I'm gonna find it.
I want the people to be able to interact with you. You know, everybody got Tubi. Everybody got Amazon Prime. Right. So let's do this, my sister. So finish getting ready. I'm about to take us up both off the screen. I love you. Thank you so very much for coming on here.
Thanks for having me. I love you. I cannot wait to see you.
Enjoy tonight.
We got to reschedule you for my podcast.
Okay, just let me know the date and I'm going to be on there.
Okay. Have a good one.
You too. Hug, love. Hey, my loves. Thank you all for joining me today. I pray you all have a blessed night. I pray you receive something from Jen Jen. I pray you receive something from me. Whatever God is doing in your life, continue to trust him. Continue to go forth and do all things. God will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not give up on God's will, okay? Don't give up on God's will. Don't give up. Trust God. Believe God. I love you, but God loves you more. Love hard and pray even harder. Pray even harder. Pray even harder. Pray even harder. Hug, love.
We are sharing the love of God through our clothing and share his word with everyone.